Welcome back to International Star Media, the Gold Star Standard, at the Gold Star Standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the record saying the dollars, and check it out. From lawmaker to lawbreaker. Leave those kids alone. From the top to the bottom, real quick. Y'all check this out. We got a lawmaker, House of Representatives, accused of dealing with these minors. We're going to jump straight off into this. Y'all check this out.
A state representative now being charged with multiple child sex crimes. Good afternoon, I'm Alex Giles.
And I'm Nia Hardin. A warrant alleges the 41-year-old Democratic politician engaged in a sexual act with a 15-year-old in August of this year. An arrest warrant shows that Cecil Brockman, who represents Guilford County in the state House of Representatives, he's been charged with statutory rape and indecent liberties with a child. Court records showed a magistrate in Guilford County denied Brockman bond because he, quote, made attempts to contact the victim. It was not clear based on available court documents if Brockman knew the alleged victim. We have reached out to Brockman's office for comment, but have not heard back yet.
We go with a case of a lawmaker being accused of crimes against children. Crimes against children. Here we go. Y'all won't cease to amaze me with this. Just when you think you heard it all, these are people that's making the laws, also breaking the laws, dealing with minors. Here we go. North Carolina Representative Brockman arrested, faces charges of multiple sex crimes with a minor. Cecil Brockman. You see him right there. Cecil Brockman, a North Carolina representative, 41 years old. Been in the House representing for 10 plus years. Wow. Since he was 31, since a young man. 31 to 41. To flush those accomplishments down the drain for being accused of dealing with a minor. Allegedly dealing with a minor. But it's not looking too good. Here we go. Brockman, 41, was charged with 2 counts of indecent liberties with a child and 2 counts of statutory rape of someone between the ages of 13 and 15. Throw it all away. Cecil Brockman, a Democrat representing Guilford County in the North Carolina House of Representatives, was arrested Wednesday and charged with multiple sex crimes, according to Guilford County records. Said he was charged with multiple sex crimes. Brockman, 41, was charged with 2 counts of indecent liberties with a child and 2 counts of statutory rape of someone between the ages of 13 and 15, according to the Guilford County Sheriff's Office. And he went from the House of Representatives for over 10 years, Cecil Brockman right here, to making a choice, to making a decision to deal with a minor. Statutory rape was one of the charges. So he went from here to here, sitting in the county jail contemplating his life. What just happened? Why did I do this? How did I end up here? And you don't want to be sitting in the county jail with this look on your face, awaiting a court date for dealing with a minor, knowing if found guilty, you could possibly be sent to prison for a number of years and or be put on a registration, a child registration, or whatever that registration list is. You know what I'm talking about. For life. Sex crime registry for life. Look at this look on his face. Leave those kids alone. It's just not worth it. Leave those children alone. Okay? It's a lawmaker right here. You can't blame this one on the pimps. You can't blame this one on the sex workers. Don't blame this one on the Johns. So-called tricks. These are lawmakers. Okay? From the bottom of the barrel to the top. It's all type of people out here dealing with these children, and it must stop. And we here at International Star Media, we're going to put you on blast about it. We have no problem with doing that. Okay, let's continue with this. The 41-year-old Democrat who represents Guilford County was arrested by the State Bureau of Investigation and charged with 2 counts of indecent liberties with a child, 2 counts of statutory rape of a 15-year-old victim, according to a Guilford County magistrate order issued on Wednesday. The order accuses Brockman of trying to use his status as a state lawmaker to get information about the victim while the victim was in the hospital. So the victim was in the hospital, I assume receiving a kit, one of those R kits, to see if his DNA was found anywhere on it. And he was trying to get the information and possibly stopped it. So what happened because of that? Bond denied. Here we go. Brockman is being held without bond at the High Point Detention Center and is expected to appear in court on Thursday. It's not looking too good, Brockman. These charges are alleged, but it's not looking too good. They say you try to contact the victim in the hospital.
What?
Throw around his weight as a lawmaker to get information. Court's not going for that. Leave those children alone. You get caught dealing with a minor, found guilty of dealing with a minor, hey, you make your bed, you lay down in it, and you get what you deserve. Leave those children alone. Here we go. The lawmaker has claimed indigency, or he's indigent, for the purpose of legal representation. Indigent meaning he has no money for representation. He has no money to pay for a lawyer to represent himself. This is what this lawmaker is saying now. From State Representative Cecil Brockman to Cecil Brockman in the county jail. You see the picture. Okay? Looking for a public defender. The county's public defender's office told North Carolina Newsline no attorney has been appointed yet, and it may be days before that happens. And as we talk about this story, he may not have seen a lawyer yet. This is a story that's fresh off the press. He's currently sitting in the county jail without bond because he's been accused of dealing with a minor. Don't do it. Here we go. Brockman's legislative assistant declined to comment. Meanwhile, a bipartisan chorus of elected leaders called for Brockman's immediate resignation after the news broke. They said, we want you to resign immediately. The news broke and they want him up out of there. From the accusations, they want him up out of there. Hey, don't throw your life away. All those accomplishments down the drain. Here we go. Democratic Governor Josh Stein described the charges as extremely serious and deeply troubling. While the legal process has yet to play out, it's clear he cannot effectively serve his constituents and should resign immediately, Stein said in his statements. They want him out of there ASAP. Imagine that, from 30 years old to 41 years old. Pushing a pen, dealing with laws in North Carolina, to be on the other side of the gun, sitting behind bars for serious charges against children. Serious charges against minors. When will you guys learn? Here we go. Other Democratic lawmakers like House Minority Leader Robert Reeves and Representative Byron Cohen also issued statements urging Brockman to resign. Urging this man to resign. Get up out of here, they said. As we continue to learn more about the allegations against Representative Brockman this morning, it has become clear that he is unable to continue serving in the House of Representatives, Reeves said. Let me be clear, the allegations alone are grave enough to demand accountability, Cohen said in his statement. Across the aisle, Republicans, including House Speaker Destin Hall, joined in on requests for Brockman's resignation. They coming from the left and the right, from the east and the west, chiming in on this man's resignation. Leave those kids alone. This is a major problem out here. And we're going to keep bringing it to you, putting it in your face until you stop it. Hall described the charges as shocking and extremely serious. Given the evidence that's publicly known, he should resign immediately so these charges do not distract the work of the North Carolina House. Brockman, who was in his sixth term in the House, potentially being flushed down the drain. Brockman, who was in his sixth term in the House, has sometimes played a pivotal role in moving Republican pen legislation. So he was a factor down there. He was a factor. He wasn't just sitting there. He was helped pushing the pen and getting certain laws changed, moved around, amended. He was a factor down there. To throw it away dealing with a minor, it's just not worth it. Okay? And y'all sit down there, and they sat down there making the laws against people who dealt with minors. And then to be caught doing this, caught with your hand in the proverbial cookie jar, it's not looking too good. Here we go. The North Carolina House GOP is one seat shy of a 3/5 supermajority. Brockman is one of several House Democrats who occasionally vote the Republicans or are absent during key votes on veto overrides. Yeah, he was a factor. He has been criticized by fellow Democrats in the past and narrowly fought off a primary challenge in 2024. This is a developing story, and will be updated soon, I might add. We're going to keep up with this story and bring it to y'all as we get information on it. Just not worth it. Leave those kids alone. Leave them alone. Once again, you do not want to go from what we've seen before to a man sitting in the county jail with this look on his face. Y'all check this out though. We got another news story on this. We'll see what happened in court. Okay? See how shocking it was to him. Here we go.
North Carolina State Representative Cecil Brockman's first appearance for sex crime charges will now happen tomorrow. This is the Fox 8 6 o'clock news. I'm Katie Nordine.
And I'm Neil McNeil. Brockman, who is from High Point, is 41 years old and has represented District 60 in the North Carolina State House for more than 10 years, was arrested yesterday in Guilford County on charges of sex crimes with a minor. He was supposed to appear in court this afternoon, but shortly before the appearance was set to start, the bailiff announced Brockman had a medical emergency. Fox 8's Gretchen Stinger was in the courtroom. Gretchen, I know this had to be a big surprise. What also can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. It was. When I got into the courtroom, the judge was already speaking to the bailiff. So once court officially started, the judge said that there was a new development in Brockman's case. And then that's when the bailiff shared that Brockman had experienced a medical emergency and is.
Hear that? They said when he went to court, the judge announced that there was a new development in his story. There was a new development in his case. And all of a sudden he had a medical emergency. You don't want to be in a situation like this. Okay? Dealing with these minors. It's a major problem. It's not funny and it's not a joke when you sitting in that courtroom and they tell you, hey, we got some new developments. It's not looking too good for you. This man had a breakdown. This man hyperventilated or something. They had to rush him to the hospital. As soon as the news was announced, it's not looking good for you, my man. We're going to take this back from the top and let this play through. Don't throw your life away. Find something legal to do and stick with it. He should have stuck with it. From a lawmaker to a lawbreaker, sitting behind bars for allegedly dealing with a minor. Now to a medical emergency, no bond, and being rushed off to the hospital. It's not looking too good. Here we go. We're going to take that from the top. I want y'all to pay attention. Here we go.
Representative Cecil Brockman's first appearance for sex crime charges will now happen tomorrow. This is the Fox 8 6 o'clock news. I'm Katie Nordine.
And I'm Neil McNeil. Brockman, who is from High Point, is 41 years old and has represented District 60 in the North Carolina State House for more than 10 years, was arrested yesterday in Guilford County on charges of sex crimes with a minor. He was supposed to appear in court this afternoon, but shortly before the appearance was set to start, the bailiff announced Brockman had a medical emergency. Fox 8's Gretchen Stinger was in the courtroom. Gretchen, I know this had to be a big surprise. What also can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. It was. When I got into the courtroom, the judge was already speaking to the bailiff. So once court officially started, the judge said that there was a new development in Brockman's case. And then that's when the bailiff shared that Brockman had experienced a medical emergency and is being treated at a local hospital. But that is all the information that we have been given at this time. Brockman has been charged with 2 counts of indecent liberties with a child and 2 counts of statutory rape. Court documents show the victim was 15 at the time of the alleged incidents. Brockman represents Guilford County. Now we are hearing from state lawmakers about these allegations. Governor Josh Stein says in a statement, quote, "These charges are extremely serious and deeply troubling. While the legal process has yet to play out, it's clear he cannot effectively serve his constituents and should resign immediately." The House Democratic leader Robert Reeves also shared a statement saying, quote, "The allegations against Representative Brockman are serious and, if true, could disqualify him from the public office. This is a developing situation and it's important to let the legal process unfold." Now, it remains unclear if Brockman plans to resign. I reached out to his office in Raleigh. They tell me they do not have a statement regarding the charges or his resignation at this time, but he will be in court tomorrow at 2 p.m.
They said the charges alone are enough. That may be enough to disqualify him from public office. They want him up out of there. It's just not worth it. Don't throw your life away. Find something legal to do. It seems like he did have something legal to do, but he chose to break the law dealing with a minor. Leave those minors alone. Leave those children alone. International Star Media, the Gold Star Standard, at the Gold Star Standard. Reactions, reviews, and news you can use. Once again, I am your host, International Yada, for the records and the dollars. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Shout out to everybody who has already subscribed. I'm watching the analytics and I see you watching. I see you out there watching the videos, checking them out. I need you to subscribe to the videos. Don't be afraid to hit that like button and share if you feel like it. And we will see you on the next one.